Hello everyone, my name is Peyton, and I have been watching a film a day for well over 100 days now, but this video is just going to start off with 100 days. I will be splitting this into parts because it's a lot putting in, 100 films. So I'm going to start with the first 25, which started October 1st of 2023. I've been on a film a day streak since then, so I'm almost at a year. Now, I don't find myself to be a film buff, but I do love films. I'm studying film, and my goal is to be a director one day, so this is why I've done this streak of watching a film a day.
Although, what are the odds of us actually hitting a lake? My money says, if anything, it's gonna be a mountain. To inflate, put it around your neck and yank down on the tab.
Tommy Boy is a film made in 1995 starring Chris Farley and David Spade, and it follows Tommy, who just recently lost his father and has to go out with his buddy Richard to basically make sales for the company, is the best way to put it. I haven't watched this movie in a good while, but overall it's really funny. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Saw 1 released in 2004. I actually had not seen any of the Saw movies prior to this, but due to it being October, as you guys will see in this video, I tried to basically watch as many, Halloween type movies as possible without, necessarily choosing ones that I've seen before. There's some thrown in there that I've seen, there's some that I haven't. This is one that I'd never seen. Basically follows these two guys that wake up in a weird room. There's a body in the middle, and they have specific instructions to do certain things or they'll face consequences. Most people have seen a Saw movie or know the gist of Saw movies, but if you haven't, I definitely recommend you check it out. I also gave this a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. As I said before, I watched all these movies in October of 2023, so I really don't remember what happened in this one, which kind of shows what I thought about it. I gave it a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Now, the menu is probably the most unique plot line on this entire list. It follows a couple who visit this really lavish restaurant, and basically crazy stuff happens. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
What did you do to Margaret?
Pardon?
Ted's wife.
Don't Worry, Darling, released in 2022, and it follows Alice and Jack, a couple in the 1950s, who basically live a nice luxury life until Alice starts seeing some weird things, basically cracking the simulation that they're in. Now, while I did enjoy the movie, I really wanted more out of it. I just thought it wasn't what it could have been. I think it lacked, and honestly, obviously it's been a while, but if I really loved it, I would have remembered it a lot more, which is why I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Similar to Don't Worry, Darling, The Platform was again another movie that I expected a lot more out of. I thought the plot was intriguing, but I honestly knew they couldn't do much with the plot, which is why I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Now, while Talk to Me was an interesting plot, I just truly think it could have been a lot better. It was entertaining, there was nothing super horrible about it, but I just remember feeling like it lacked when it could have been better. With that being said, I did end up giving it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
You want to be a champion. Well, let me tell you, people don't want a champion. They want to eat cheeseburgers, play the lotto, and watch television.
Hey, how did you get like this?
7 is a mystery thriller released in 1995 starring Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Spacey. Little fun fact, I had no clue that was Kevin Spacey for almost the entire movie just because he looks a lot different than he normally does. The film is very intriguing. I mean, that's the best I can say about it without spoiling too much. There's just lots of twists and turns, and I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
What kind of noise is that for a baby to make?
Perhaps it can be improved?
No problem. I knew it.
The Nightmare Before Christmas was released in 1993, and I honestly just see it as a classic Halloween movie. It could be Christmas too, but it's one of those that I have to watch every year. It's fun, it's entertaining, and not much wrong with it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Gee, I got a candy bar. Boy, I got 3 cookies. Hey, I got a package of gum. I got a rock.
It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, released in 1966, and again, just like The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's a classic Halloween movie that I have to watch every year. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. I'm sure most people have. And I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Edward Scissorhands was released in 1990, starring Johnny Depp, and again, it's a Halloween classic. I actually had not seen this ever before. Watched it last Halloween. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Not much to complain about, but from a sense of comparing it to the rest of my ratings, I did only end up giving this a 3 out of 5.
Hey, you.
Now, The Ring, in my opinion, is just a very forgettable movie. There's obviously the one main scene in it that everyone knows about, which is the girl coming out of the TV. But other than that, honestly, I don't have much to say about it. I did give this a 3 out of 5 at the time, but I just really don't remember much.
So you got to the bar around 11 today. Where were you before that, just to cross that off?
Well, I was home. I left at 9:30. Got a cup of coffee, newspaper. I went to Sawyer Beach and read the news.
Did you visit with anyone there?
Well, I mean, I kind of go to Sawyer Beach for the solitude.
Gone Girl, released in 2014, was, again, another movie that I felt could have been better. I was hoping for a lot more. It was entertaining and intriguing, but it just was a bit too slow. So I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5.
Hey, wasn't that the road up for Camp Crystal Lake back there?
Now, last October the 13th landed on a Friday, which only made sense to watch Friday the 13th. And this was the first time I'd ever seen this, and I gotta say, I was disappointed. I haven't watched any of the sequels. Maybe those are better, but this one just lacked. I don't know. I was hoping for a bit better of a story. I didn't realize, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, that Jason's not even in this one. So overall, it just wasn't the best. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Hey, Dad. How's the writing going? Dad.
Hello, Coraline and Coraline doll.
Now, Coraline is probably going to be one of the most praised films on the list so far. I love it. It's great. I've watched it so many times. I don't know, something about it. Just the animation's fun. The plot is unique, and if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it, because it is definitely one of the films that's way high up for me personally. I actually gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Morning. Oh, Stan, tell Mr. Howe the draft work piece was damn near perfect. So different. Very smooth. Horrid. Horrid. Not so horrid.
Zodiac is one of those films that you really have to pay attention to while you're watching. There's lots of info thrown at you pretty quick, and it's definitely intriguing, you know? It really makes you think as if you're one of the detectives going into the case. That's all I can really say about it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Where are you? Help them, please.
Sure, I can help them. You gotta help me.
What?
Look, how much you might call an illegal alien, okay? I want out for good.
This was another movie that was a first-time watch for me. Obviously, I knew about Beetlejuice. You know, I think a lot of people know the movie Beetlejuice, but I had actually never seen it myself. And, you know, it was a decent watch. It's, you know, it's a fun Halloween movie that's good for watching on Halloween. And obviously, this September, the second Beetlejuice is coming out, so I'll definitely go see that. Nothing fantastic, but also just, you know, again, a lighthearted Halloween movie to watch during that time of year. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I truly don't even want to talk about this film. I had to watch it for one of my classes, and it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't fantastic either. I gave it a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
You say we talked before? I don't remember that. Yeah, but it's not amnesia. I remember everything up until my injury. I just can't make new memories. So I can't remember talking to you. What did we talk about?
Now, what I say about this film is going to be pretty short, purely because I think I need to watch this again to form a true opinion on it. When I originally watched it, I had to keep pausing over and over again. I just couldn't actually sit through it, and I think this is one of those movies that I really, really need to be able to sit and focus on. So I actually did not give this a rating on Letterboxd. This is the first movie I've ever done that for, but I just couldn't fairly rate it.
Oh, let him take that line. Come on, he's pushing you wide. Bullshit. Do it!
Gran Turismo is a film that I just really couldn't get enough of. I saw it in theaters twice. I think I've watched it twice since it coming out of theaters, and I really, really enjoy it. If you haven't seen it, I definitely think you should watch it. You know, I have never played Gran Turismo games or anything like that. I'm not a fan of like watching racing, but this movie was just so good, and yeah, I love it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Now I'm gonna keep this sweet because it's just a sweet Disney short. It's cute, it's fun, it holds Walt Disney's legacy, and I highly recommend that you watch it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Home cooking! There's nothing like it in the world.
May I have the salt?
The Addams Family is another fun Halloween film that I actually had not seen before. I believe I had seen the second one, or at least part of the second one, but I had actually never seen the original Addams Family. So I did watch it for the first time, and I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Gone in 60 Seconds is a super fun film. Follows Nicolas Cage's character and his group of buddies on a mission to basically steal this specific list of cars. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too much about it. It's fun, it's thrilling, and I highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, that you watch it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I hate that you had to see that.
I'm so sorry I doubted you.
I wouldn't necessarily say Hotel Transylvania is a Halloween film. It is, you know, obviously very Halloween-y, but I think it's a film you can watch any time of year. You know, it's enjoyable, it's got a good cast, and I don't see much wrong with it. I think it's a really fun animated film. It's fun to watch, and it's definitely something you can just turn on whenever and either half watch it or fully watch it, and you'll be entertained. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Okay, Wayne, it's your turn. Go kill something. Denisovich, watch this.
What?
I told you, come on. If we don't inspire Denisovich, how's he going to find his inner monster?
Who's in the monster?
Similar to Hotel Transylvania 1, Hotel Transylvania 2 is another fun and enjoyable animated film, one that you can turn on really whenever you want and just enjoy it. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Now that'll be it for the rest of this video. This was just part 1 of the whole series. Make sure to go follow my Letterboxd, PDub21, and make sure to leave the comments if you guys want to see the rest of the parts or what you think of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.